Hi everybody, Kat here. Welcome to my channel. Well, the photoshopping fraudsters are at it again. You know who I'm talking about. That's right, Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, after their week in New York, the 7-car motorcade to drive them 300 feet. Her again, inappropriately dressed. I mean, we can write the script because she does the same thing every single time, makes it all about her. That was sickening enough. And just a few days ago, thanks to where I first saw it, the Daily Mail, and others have chimed in now with headlines such as Harry and Meghan, jetted to the tiny Caribbean island of Canoeing in St. Vincent for a loved-up holiday. The Daily Mail headline, Harry and Meghan caught strolling hand in hand, this is apparently a billionaire's playground. What the hell are Harry and Meghan doing there? They're not billionaires. There's so much wrong with this picture. I mean, in my thumbnail, I marked this strolling hand in hand, all loved up. Look at that very closely. Their hands are nowhere near each other. Yeah, they're in the shape of you might be grasping a hand, but not each other's. Those are photoshopped. Then you've got, again, the shadows are not consistent. There's nobody on the street. Apparently, this is a playground for the very rich. Nobody, how did Meghan and Harry, get photographed on a street with absolutely nobody else on the street? Apparently, from what the article said, is somebody, just another holidayer there, happened to spot them on the promenade from behind, no one else around, and they recognized it as Harry and Meghan from the back. Well, maybe the hat, maybe, but she recognized them from the back and took the photograph of them all loved up, strolling hand in hand. You've never seen such bullshit. Right from the headline, that this was put out, if not directly from Meghan, it was certainly by one of her agents of deception, for sure. And even, what did they do? Maybe they, were they even there? Were they photoshopped into a stock photo of the promenade in the little town? Perhaps. Were they? Could have they really been there? There is that possibility. Would they have paid to clear everybody out of the street to get the one photograph? I don't know. She's got the balls to try it. She's, cleared rooms and refused photos, cameras here and there. Think of Wimbledon, so I wouldn't put it past her. But you would think that if they were setting up a shop for to do this, that she'd make sure they actually were holding hands. I mean, this isn't even believable. There's just so much wrong with this. Is it even really them? The dress she's wearing, that's a $6,000 dress. And she's basically using it as beachwear. It's an evening gown. I mean, this woman has no idea how to dress. This woman has, no style, no class. And, she can't read the room. And Harry, well, hell, he always looks like, one step up of a homeless person. Honest to God. There's so much wrong with this. Were they really there? Who knows? Now, there's different levels of accommodation on the island, from very, very expensive down to her favorite haunt. There is a Soho House resort there. So if she were actually there, I would 100%, that's where they would be staying. But, so fraud, photoshopping, nothing new. And then we have, other magazine articles and newspaper articles are talking about, gee, this is like their whatever holiday and so long without the children. We never see the children. They're here and there and working in New York and then off for a holiday, and they don't take their children. They don't take the children anywhere. You don't see the children anywhere because there are no children, in my opinion. Just look at the past. Look at the evidence. Every picture we have seen of the supposed children has been proven to be manipulated, altered, or photoshopped in some way. So we know that the pictures of the supposed children are not authentic. You can't trust them. We have had lots of documentation about all the shady goings on around the births, the hospitals, the doctors supposedly involved, the birth certificates and changes to them. I mean, from the get-go, there's just, no matter where you look, there's something wrong with the whole picture. And as we've been saying all along, well, if we can tell this, why the hell can't the royal family tell this? They need to be stripped to their titles. They need to be, Harry needs to be removed as a counselor of state. And these things that people have been calling for, lose their titles. Like, these people do not represent anything admirable at all. But I believe that Charles is still to a degree supporting them, still to a degree funding them. He hasn't been removed as a counselor of state. It's true that Charles added Anne and Edward as counselors of state. So there's 2 extra ones, so they wouldn't have to call on Harry or Andrew. But still, they're on there. We know this. And I think as long as they're around, they're going to get a certain degree of support from the royal family. Because I think Charles considers this an internal thing and really nobody's business how he deals with things. Although the potential for a huge constitutional crisis, should anything happen to William, is just looming in the distance. Meghan said it herself. She's attributed to have said, we're only one plane crash away from the throne. Can you imagine a more vicious thing to say? These are the kind of people we're dealing with. We're never going to get the truth out of them. We're never going to find out what's going on unless the British press starts talking about what they know. Unless William takes control of the situation and shuts them down for good. What's going to come? I don't know for sure. I have my thoughts. And I think William is putting himself in a position to assume a level of power that he's going to override Charles. I really think that Charles, give it 2 years. I said and now we've had a year. I said from the beginning, give his reign 2 years. I think there's going to be some reason that William is going to eventually move into position. And I think that's already underway now. I mean, as with anything, that's complete speculation, and that's only my opinion. But with everything going on, William's only gonna tolerate so much. The people are only gonna tolerate so much. The government is only gonna tolerate so much. The Americans, I mean, Meghan and Harry have made themselves a laughing stock around the world. But more than a laughing stock, they're becoming a great pain in the backside. They're costing people money now. People don't like that, especially when they get nothing for their investment. So I think Harry and Meghan are, desperately trying to portray an image to keep their status at a highest level it can be, and they're failing desperately. So there's a lot of things in play, that we have to watch for. So we're in for real interesting times. That's it for me today. Like, subscribe, share this video if you're so inclined, and leave me a comment. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Have a great day, everybody. Bye for now.